Okay, the very last thing we need to cover is one more formula, which is the midpoint formula. Okay, and you probably have seen this before. You can derive it using the distance formula. I'm not going to show why this formula works, but if you say you've got a line, right, before, just like we did with the distance formula. We have x1, y1 as our first point, x2, y2 as our second point, and we've got this line segment here, okay? If I want to find the point that's like halfway in between these 2 points, that's what's called the midpoint, okay? The one that is halfway in between, okay? And how you find the midpoint formula, is as follows, okay? It's a point, right? So it has an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. You get the x-coordinate by just adding the 2 x-coordinates of your points and then dividing by 2. Okay, kind of finding the average of the 2. And then you do the same thing with y. So you do y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay? So that's your midpoint formula. So let me do an example of one where you would see some radicals happening. Let's find the midpoint between the points that I'm going to write down here. Let's say we've got negative square root of 5 and 3 square roots of 2 is our first point. And then our second point is 2 square roots of 5 and then 7 square roots of 2. Okay? So these are our points. We have 2 points here, right? And I want to try and find the midpoint between them. Okay? Well, I can call, let's say this is our first point, this top one, so that is x1. This is y1. This one right here, that's going to be x2. That's going to be y2. Okay. So then I just plug it in the formula. The midpoint is going to happen at, I add these 2 together. So I have negative square root of 5 plus 2 square roots of 5. And then divide that by 2. Okay? And then my y value is, I add the y values, 3 square roots of 2 plus 7 square roots of 2, and then divide that by 2. Okay? Oh, there we go. So very last, we can just simplify a little bit here. Negative square root of 5 plus 2 square roots of 5 will be how many square roots of 5? We have a negative 1 square root of 5 and a 2 square root of 5. So in total, we'll just be left with positive 1 square roots of 5. Okay? So square root of 5 over 2. And then 3 square roots of 2 plus 7 square roots of 2 is 3 plus 7 is 10 square roots of 2 divided by 2. Okay, so we can simplify this last one a little bit. 2 does go into 10, so we can cancel that out and get a 5 there. So I would get 5 square roots of 2, or square root of 5 divided by 2, and 5 square roots of 2. So that would be my midpoint. Okay? So again, this is an example of finding the midpoint between 2 points. Okay? So it's not too bad, you just use the formula. So you should be able to do all the homework questions now. Let me know if you have questions in class and we can talk about it then. Have a good one. We'll see you later.